Hello viewers, my name is DriveThruRPG, and welcome to Quick and Dirty Roleplay. This is the 7th episode of a video series where I explain how the Quick and Dirty RPG system works. Everything that I go over in this series comes straight from the ebook, which is currently available at DriveThruRPG. The link is in the description, and will be made available in other platforms at a later date. As I mentioned in the previous episode, which you should watch if you're new to this channel, I'm going to talk about the second source of a PC's dice pool, well-being. Well-being describes a PC's overall condition, incorporating both their physical and mental states. When one part of you suffers, you suffer overall. Your default state of well-being is stable, meaning nothing is wrong and all systems are go. When the PC's well-being is stable, you include a D8 in your dice pool for your well-being. When you undergo physical or mental trauma, your well-being worsens to a distress state, which has a D6 rating, a crisis state, which has a D4 rating, or you're out of action, which means that for some reason your character loses the capacity to act or exert their own free will. The type of trauma the PC suffers determines their new state of well-being. Recovering from trauma requires time and appropriate action until the PC reaches the stable condition. Achieving the invigorated state, which has a D10 rating, usually requires being in a stable state first, followed by taking actions that invigorate you. Here are some examples of ways to go into an invigorated state within the narrative. Stimulants, such as cocaine, Adderall, or nicotine. A marked increase in morale or determination. A stark reminder of a purpose greater than yourself. An invigorating daily exercise routine or meditation practice. A magic spell like Bless. Charging up your ki or your aura. Or a transformation into a more powerful form. Being in an invigorated state lasts as long as it makes sense within the narrative and, depending on the circumstances, may reset you back into either a stable state of well-being or worse. Achieving the unfettered state, which has a D12 dice rating, means that you have no physical or mental impediments holding you back, or you're enhanced beyond the invigorated state. In the real world, this state is achieved only by the most dedicated individuals and is usually when they're in a state of flow. Thought and debility do not hamper someone in an unfettered state. The most efficient action emerges with no wasted effort. Think of that scene in the first Matrix when Neo comes back to life and Agent Smith is just like throwing all these punches at him. And he's just like turning around going bop 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 bop, with like the minimal amount of effort to deflect all of his attacks. Neo is unfettered. Just like with the invigorated state, being in an unfettered state lasts as long as it makes sense within the narrative and, depending on the circumstances, may reset you back to either a stable state of well-being or worse. With that being said, stay tuned for the next episode, where I go into detail about the third source of a PC's dice pool, tools. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Please feel free to leave a comment and keep it respectful. You can reach out to me regarding any questions about Quick and Dirty at wrongwisegamg@gmail.com. Take care, folks, and play to find out what happens.